a second there.
I'm not going to be able to help you.
See ya. Laters.
Only one way to find out. Omega Luke.
Hello there viewers, welcome to another episode of the World ROTTERDAMINATION. My name is Meg Luke. This is episode 7 now, and this is probably the most important episode of the series so far. We are at the end of the season. Sort of. So what I thought I'd actually do is, because on Conquering Scandinavia I forever screwed up when I needed to come back and when I didn't, I'm going to take it through to the end of the season step by step. I'm going to play the games off camera until we get to the important ones. So I haven't done anything since the last game where we lost against Sheffield United. Or, well, I say I haven't done anything. Two things I've done. One, I've realised that the original lot of players that I said in my youth intake was amazing. I missed out on the best one. I actually missed out on this man, Mustafa Basaran. He is from Holland, but I'm guessing he has some sort of like Turkish descendants. He does. Well, that's quite a good guess, to be honest. He's a Feyenoord supporter, which is great. He has 5-star potential, and he already has very good physicals. And I think he could be quite good. He has, as you can see, come through our youth intake. So we've had 3. I've gone like that, 3. We have 3 insane players come through our youth intake this year. It must be because of the database. It must be. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I've ever been blessed with 3 amazing youth intake players like this. So it must be. The second thing I have been doing, you can't see this because my head's in the way, and I'm going to keep it that way. But there are so many players that I have coming in because when it was my youth intake day, I thought, I'll scout all the youth intake players like I usually do. Just literally go to Control World. People are bound to ask how I find all the players. Control W takes me to World. I go down to youth intake and I sort it by date. And as you can see, we're on the 4th of April. Some teams from Spain are starting to have their youth intake. I literally just shift click, right click, scouting, get scout report. And I do that pretty much every other day and just catch up to where I was just so I don't overload my scouts. But then they just start coming through. What I noticed was that teams are not able to sign their players. So I'm managing to pick up these players. I mean, I've got this man from Rangers, Kami McCloskey, 58k. He's going to cost me 58k because he wouldn't sign a deal with Rangers. So I signed him. He just was happy to do that. I got him cheaper than his value. It's ridiculous, viewers, is what it is. Now, luckily, we have our full strength side back. Armini and Jurgensen come back after the international break. Not fully fit, but I'm happy to play them in this game against Deportivo Guadalajara. Mainly because we need to be playing these players. So, it looks like our full strength side out. Bilo, Karstrup, Armini, Senesi, all of the teams. I don't need to keep going through them. But I'm not going to show you the game until I just quickly go through and we'll play each one. And I'll catch you up after each game, the results, as we go forward. A bumper episode, see it like that. Well, first game of the episode in the bag. A cracking 4-0 victory away to Deportivo Guadalajara, all the way to Mexico. Lokonga with the first goal. That man just keeps on scoring. He also picked up his first Belgium international cap. Remember when I signed him and I said, I'm going to make sure he gets his cap. I did that straight away. But then Burgess, it was the Steven Burgess show. He scored a hat-trick. 2 very good goals and 2 cracking assists. One from Baeza and one from Jurgensen finding Burgess. And then the last one, of course, was the penalty. But how did the rest of the sides get on in the league? Well, thankfully for us, Sheffield United did drop some points. They drew 1-1 against AEK from Greece at home as well. So that is very good for us. We now only find ourselves a point behind them, 4 points above Norwich. I think we're only a couple of wins away from securing ourselves guaranteed promotion. We've already guaranteed ourselves the playoff position, the 4th place position, of course. So if we did end up finishing there and our season went completely tits up, then we'd have to play against 4th from bottom from the league above. That's how this league structure works. Well, it's a new game. We're against Dynamo Zagreb. They're in 5th place. We got quite a difficult one. Sheffield United find themselves away to San Lorenzo. I'll see how it goes. Well, that did not go as planned. A 1-0 defeat against Zagreb at home as well. We played dreadful. It must be said. A couple of players I took off because they had like 6.3 ratings. I'm still not quite sure how Sheffield United got on. I can't see them on here. It must be... Oh, they drew 0-0. So, I mean, we didn't gain anything on them, but it's a bit of a relief in a way. But it is a very poor performance. I mean, that's two losses out of 3 now, out of 3 games. Remember now, we're just 2 points behind them going into the next game. So, it's going to be tricky for us to claw it back, I think. I thought I'd just show you the downside of having to scout every single youth intake player we have here. So a 27 rating, an 18 rating. We had this man, I mean, 36, 62, I mean, that's a little better. But this is the thing, like, a lot of people say, how do you find your youth intake players that you get, all the amazing youth intake players? It takes a lot of work. You have to go through a lot of crap players before you find those gems. But when you do, it's ever so sweeter. So right here, we've got the title race, which I love it when they do this. This is a new thing that was added in the last few years of FM, and I think it just adds to the suspense when you're in a close-knit title race like this. They've included the likes of Hanover as well, because they could potentially still win it with 4 games left, 9 points behind. But really, it's all about us and Sheffield United. They've got Hanover in their next game. That's crucial. That's very good for us. But after that, they have quite an easy run-in against a 17th place, a 22nd place, and 10th in the league at home. We've got a similar run, but we've got 2 sort of higher mid-table sides in Leganes and AEK. 2 teams I think we've won against this season. And then we have Spartak and Cruzeiro, both near the relegation zone. In fact, Cruzeiro I think might have already gone down. So it is really going to come down to the wire, I feel like, in these next couple of games. But don't fret. I'm going to bring you every game as it comes, like I have been. It's been enjoyable so far, but what I'd love is for us to somehow overcome the odds there, and I'm sure Thanos would love that too.
I'm going to enjoy it. Very, very much.
Yeah, I told you so. Bringing you action live here. I'm sorry if you might hear the kettle going off in a sec, but Lakonga's just scored another banger. I don't get it. He keeps on doing it. Puts us 1-0 up. I'll bring it back at the end. Get in there. Nikolai Jorgensen makes it 2-0. And what's brilliant about this is I'm pretty sure Hanover 96 has just equalised against Sheffield United, which means we actually go top. We have done. Oh, this is brilliant. Rats, they scored one very late on in the 89th minute. So it's a good job we got that second goal. What a pick as well. Jesus Christ, the finish on that. We need to hold out though. We're still sitting top as it is. No, we're not. What happened? No, Sheffield United have scored. Oh, devastating. They must have scored so late on. 84th minute. McBurney with a goal. Well, thought we had him. Thought we had him on the ropes. Well, the board have just given us our budgets for next season, because I think we have just celebrated guaranteeing promotion. So that's fantastic. We've done our actual job to begin with. You know, Thanos wanted to get promoted straight away. We've done that. The board were happy for just like mid-table. We've managed to get promotion straight away. So that's fantastic. We find ourselves in the league above next year. I still really want to win the league. I really do want to win the league. However, we only get given a budget of 18 million. Oh, what can we do with that? Well, it's time for the next game. Spartak Moscow. Sheffield United away to Atletico Paranaense. We need the Brazilians to do us some justice here. We need them to give us some hope as we go into these last couple of games. We'll have a quick look at the league title, because the next 2 games we'll do a live com for in this bumper episode just for you guys. Look at that. How many goals have our team scored? And there I was thinking that we're not scoring enough goals. We actually have 2 of the top goal scorers out of the 3. Lakonga though. since he's come in, been an absolute revelation. Baeza, top assist. He's got the most player of the matches. I mean, he has been playing for Anderlecht as well throughout the season in the same league. But there we go. So, massive, important game. Let's see how we get on. Bang! 1-0 up Miguel Baeza. And I was quite worried. Spartak Moscow did actually hit the bar straight from kickoff. Karsdorp, what a ball this is. Baeza at the back post. Lovely little nod in. I think that puts us top as it stands. It does. Nice one. Half time though. Paranaense are beating Sheffield United 1-0. So we are now top of the league as it stands by a point. Going into the last 2.5 games remaining in this league. Andre Schell just scored an absolute worldie. And the bad news is Sheffield United have also scored to equalise. So we're back on level terms in both games and back behind Sheffield United. No. Andre Schell has scored again. Oh, how is this happening? A header at the back post. I've gone 2 up top. I've gone attacking. We're pushing for it now. But I feel like we've wasted a massive opportunity here. How has that happened? Honestly. Andre Schell has just scored the most ridiculous hat-trick. Right foot, left foot, header. Perfect hat-trick. How? Well, that was dreadful. Because Sheffield United scored very late on in their game. Well, how late? 77th minute. The Moose scoring for them. And because we lost, I mean, at one point we were top by 2 points. We are now 5 points behind them. That's not how maths works either, Luke. That is devastating. Okay. 2 more games to go. Come on. Right, brush ourselves down. AEK up next. They're 6th in the league. It's going to be a difficult game. In the last game, by the way, we didn't have Lokonga. I felt like that could have been something. This game, we don't have Senesi, who has been pretty much outstanding for us all year. So we're going to be missing him at the back. Other than that, though, I think we have our main side. I'm going to move these 2 around again, put Scott Arfield back in. I think he's just too good to miss out. I don't know why my assistant doesn't rate him, but we're going to be playing him anyway. Our first team lineup looks like this going into the AEK game. I won't go through the side just much. One person who has dropped off and hasn't done a lot lately is Steven Bergis. I've had to take him off in the last couple of games because his performance has been just that bad. And unfortunately, really, the player who's been coming on, where is he? Arsakan, he's got himself injured. He hasn't done amazing when he's come on. I mean, he's a good youngster and very good potential on this game, but he hasn't done anything that makes me think, oh, he should be starting instead of him. We've got Sinistera on the bench, maybe on the reserves. Maybe I should have put him back in, but he was out injured for a while, and I just haven't returned him to the side. That's probably my bad. But don't think about it, Luke, too much. AEK, trust the players we have. They are a tough side. Sheffield United, we need them to drop some points here. And straight away from kickoff, Bilo makes a save and rescues us. That was close. So Sheffield United are actually against Istanbul, who are just outside the relegation zone. So they're fighting. They are fighting. Just like us, they are fighting. And so far, nothing has happened. Deadlock in both games. Oh, worst thing ever. I didn't even react to it either. I was too busy concentrating on other things. Marios Oikonomou. He has put them 1-0 up. Jesus, we like to do things the hard way. We really do. Onside as well. Right, okay. Oh, come on. What a collapse we've had here at the end of the season. And Sheffield United with Billy Sharp has gone 1-0 up. I think with a victory here, they go on and win the league. Come on, get in there. Nicolo Armini. Back. He's back. He does it again. Nicolo is just so good, this man. He is just so good. He scores so many goals at such a young age. Fantastic. Lovely. Lovely little header. Back in the game, but we need more. We need more, and we need something to happen in Istanbul. Come on, please. It's a free kick then that we are defending. We've conceded one like this already. Burgess, now here we go. Now we've got players coming through. Baeza. Oh, please, cut it across. I mean, number 6, whoever that is, I think it's Harfield, is just not running fast enough for a nice little FIFA cutback there, is he? For a tap-in, it's just not good enough. Well, I think our dreams of the title, anyway, are over because Sheffield United have gone 2-0 up. Billy Sharp again with a brace. And we're still defending. I mean, it looks like we're going to concede. He's done outstanding there. But we've played it right back to him. That's offside, surely. He is. He's just offside. Jesus Christ. Well, Sheffield United was pegged back with 1 goal, but they've scored immediately after. So it's 3-1 there now. Istanbul, can you score 2 goals for us, please? I mean, if they do, and we manage to get a win, there's just a glimmer of hope. Is he going to be sent off for that? He isn't. Come on, Baeza. He's done so well for us so far this season. Malacia, no, Lakonga. Tornstra, there's a ball over. Steven Burgess, it's hit the post and it's not gone in. There was his chance to redeem himself at the end of the season here. We've been playing so poor. Baeza! Oh, it's right in the keeper's hands. Come on. Baeza now has got himself sent off. It's all gone tits up. We've got ourselves promoted and then the players have really let themselves down now. We're going to have to go into like a diamond formation. Let's bring on Banis, the youngster. We'll give him a game. We're really up against the wall here now. We've played well. Look, our performances, they're playing well. They're just not showing it. They're just not doing the job. And we're picking up a lot of yellow cards recently. We've had so many suspensions and it's cost us. Billy Sharp hat-trick. I mean, when does that ever happen? Billy Sharp's a very good striker, especially lower league. So I imagine games like this, he will thrive. There's Jurgensen! Oh, there's a small glimmer of hope. Istanbul. Come on. We've seen comebacks in Istanbul happen before for a small team called Liverpool. Steven Burgess bangs it in. There's Nikolai Jurgensen. We just need something to happen. It's still 3-1. We can't concede here though. Oh. Well, the game, as it comes to a close, we've got 5 minutes added on, but nothing happened in Istanbul. Our dreams of winning the title is over. We've done our job here, but Istanbul couldn't do the job for us elsewhere. But we have let ourselves down. Those last couple of games there, we've really let ourselves down. I won't bring you the Cruzeiro game. In fact, I'll show you how we get on, but I won't bring you that game. It's just a massive disappointment on our end there. Sheffield United have won the league. We've got promotion. We need to think as a positive. We've got promotion. Sheffield United, congrats to them. They've managed to do it. And they've done very well. They're 100 points, 5 points clear of us. And they'll probably go on to win their last game too. Or they'll be FM'd and they'll lose it. And it will look a lot closer. And it'll be like, oh, just missed out. But there's the story. We can't finish any lower either. Norwich with 5 points below us. 95 points though. I'll take that. Considering I don't think our side is basically the side that I would like to build. And there's a lot of players who I'd like to replace. Especially, I mean, let's have a quick look at the side here. And I'll talk you through basically what my thinking is during this pre-season. We have a good spine. I mean, we're going to lose Arfield, so maybe I'll have to look at replacing someone and bring in a good box-to-box midfielder here. But I like the wingers. I'm very happy with the wingers. Burgess, he's worth a lot of money. 28 million. I wouldn't be opposed to him being sold. I don't know. There's just something. I think his mental attributes sort of let him down. He's very inconsistent. At times he's brilliant, and at times he's just disappearing. And like where, you know, he'll score a hat trick, then he won't score for like 5 games, and it's just I don't know. I want a lot more outcome from my wingers there. Baeza's been outstanding for us. I mean, let's have a look at him. For a youngster, he's 20 years old now. He's really come into his own there. 13 assists and 8 goals. That's what I want to see from my wingers. That's what I want to see. I know Burgess has scored more goals. 15 and 7. So you may think, Luke, that's ridiculous thing because he's probably got more. I haven't really counted it in my head. He's probably got more, but he's played more. 34 games. Baeza, 42. He's actually played less. And he's done less outcome. Maybe I'm being harsh on Steven Burgess. But Baeza is a youngster. I see more good things from Baeza. I see a higher outcome from him in the games. And I think Burgess, a lot of those goals come in games where we're battering teams, and he goes missing in the games where we need him and it's an important, whereas I think Baeza has been giving me more important goals, and that's probably why I'm noticing him. Or I'm just being really harsh on Steven Burgess, but I think he's worth a lot of money, and if we can sell him and get a lot back, I could potentially spread the cost out across a lot of different players. That's maybe my thinking there with poor Steven Burgess, trying to shove him out the door straight away. Other players though, I mean, Jurgensen, I'm happy to keep him on board for at least another year anyway. 29 years old. We could get quite a lot from him, I suppose, like a 20 plus player. He's not I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether this next season coming, I'm going to look to see if I can sign someone better. We just haven't really got the money. But I am going to think about blooding in those couple of youngsters that we got, because the earlier they come in, the better. And I think Louis Montanu might have something to say about this next season as well. His pace is getting better and some attributes are there getting better. Maybe I actually might loan out Louis Montanu. Get him some first team football. That could be important at a club with good training facilities. I would not be opposed to that for sure. Lokonga, I am looking, maybe he would be good in this box-to-box midfielder role, and then maybe we can replace the deep line playmaker. But we've got a very aging side, and that's what I'm thinking here. One position I really do want to look for though is goalkeeper. I don't think Bilo has really cut it for me. The 13 reflexes and 12 handling, I don't know. I think we could do much better. He does have 21 clean sheets, and he's a youngster as well. He has room to grow. I don't know. Justin Bilo, he's asking for a new deal. Maybe we can replace him. We will lose Karsdorp, so fullbacks are another issue for me. So that's what I'm thinking. I think centre-backs though, Senesi, Armini, they're very strong. We've got very good centre-backs going into this next season. Because remember, we're going up a league. We're going up a league and we're going to go up against tougher clubs. We're going to be looking around mid-table. So these youngsters coming through, they've got to step up. Well, the final game then. We played a couple of youngsters and they did the job. 2-0, Banis with a penalty, and then Mustafa Basaran, the man who we mentioned in the last episode, well, it could be this episode actually, I can't really remember, but the one we had through our youth intake, he got on the score sheet. Fair play, 16 years old, did very well. As it stands though, of course, we go up in second position, and just like that, Sheffield United lost to Vasco da Gama, so it ends up we only lost by 2 points in the end, so it doesn't look as bad as what it was at the end of the last game. But how has the rest of the league gone? Well, we have Istanbul dropping into relegation zone. That's what you get for not beating Sheffield United. Young boys Al Hilal and Cruzeiro, who we defeated on the end day there, all going down. And in the league above us, going down, Monterrey Club America. That's two Mexican sides there who we will avoid, Genoa and Levante. So AZ going up, our Dutch compatriots there, going up as champions. But look at the points difference. I mean, our leaders won 100 points and they only had 84. We would have whipped that league if we had the same points. Of course, harder teams though. Newcastle and Villa going up. Bologna will play in the playoffs. And coming down into our league, San Etienne will play Bologna in the playoffs. We have Atletico Mineiro, Lokomotiv Moscow and Racing Club from Argentina. Bournemouth going up as champions there. Let's have a look finally though at the actual Super League, the top of the Super League. Who won and lost it? So Manchester City ran away with it there. 85 points, beating out Liverpool, who only had 77 points. They have done a phenomenal job there. Going down, Porto, Dortmund, Napoli and Milan. What about the Champions League though? Who is in the final of the Champions League? So the final of the World Champions Cup is being held versus Barcelona, Liverpool. That is a huge game. That's an exciting one for sure. Other competitions, I know the World FA Cup was played recently. I've got a feeling it was by Chelsea. They beat Sevilla 1-0 in the final. And in the UEFA World Cup, or the Carabao Cup of this competition, Augsburg won against Burnley on penalties in the final as well. So those are the cup winners, the league winners, everything like that. So massive thank you to everyone who has supported the series so far. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm really excited to see what we can do over the summer transfer. Hopefully we can do a few different things, bring a few new men in, make this team mine. And who knows, maybe we can get promoted straight back-to-back promotions. That would be fantastic. But I'm not expecting too much from this Feyenoord side. I know Thanos would sure want us to get a double back-to-back promotion. That would a double back-to-back. That's not it. A back-to-back promotion. And I'm sure he'd love for 4 promotions. He would. I bet he'd be buzzing with that. But let's calm down, Luke. We only have season 2 coming up next. So please smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel because I know there is a lot of you who are watching this series on a daily basis who haven't pressed that red subscribe button. And I'm sure if all of you did, we would conquer the 3,000 subscriber mark that we are very close to, if not already surpassed, when this video has been released. But my name is Omega Luke. I will catch you on Wednesday for some pre-season stuff, shenanigans, what we've done in the January, the summer transfer window, and bring you our very first game in the new division of this World Super League, the World ROTTERDAMINATION. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey you. Yeah, you. How am I doing this? Mind control. Watch.
There's a Patreon if you want to support the channel like these guys, and YouTube thinks you'll like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. No, I am not Luke's father.